Okay, this is ELK, Elk Petroleum. Let's do a couple of resistance lines there. That one there. We've got this is the weekly chart. We've got a lot of volume there, so I'm just going to mark off the top and the bottom of that bar for the time being. And then we have a look where those two intersect around the 41.5 cent mark. So that's probably where you'll get some significant resistance there. And you see it's when it's come up into that level before, because it's looks like a lot of distributions happen in there with all that volume, as smart money have sold it down. And then when we've tried to get back up there, it's sold off again. Now we're coming back up again, and I'll just get some fibs in there. Not quite at the 23.6 on that one. We might have a look from that high there. Well, that one where looks like we just pushed through the 23.6 fib from that high, so that's a bit better. And from that high there, we're above the 50, so a couple of good signs. Let's have a look closer up. So this is our high volume bar closer up. So if I just mark off the close of that, I think close and the high. Well, the high is above there, so I won't worry about that yet. But you can see that price has actually gone above the bottom of the close of that high volume distribution bar, and it looks like it's holding above there for the time being, so that's quite positive actually. Now we see prices come off the bottom, and it's gone up on a bit of volume. These compressed closes are a bit of a worry, but I think you'll find, hang on, if I think you'll find it's hitting. This is probably where the smart money started their selling, in the top of this bar, and it's just and finished it off on the next one. So it's looks like it's hitting up against there, and these you're getting these little up thrusts here because it's finding supply in that high supply area. But the volume, what we don't have there is this excessive volume that tells you, well, maybe the dogs are out and doing the opposite to what everyone else is doing. So I tend to think that you got reasonable amount of volume that's been sustained over some weeks, and you're getting higher lows, and that looks like at the moment it's willing to absorb the volume so far from that bad area. So if you can break above there, you got your 42 up there, which will probably be your next resistance level. And if you get up that high, once you get above there, then you're going to get all this chop here from all this bad volume in here. So but anyway, nothing too exciting with that one, but it's not looking bad anyway. Next we have CCU. This looks like it's making some new highs there, so we'll not anything in the immediate left there to stop it. So we'll just keep we'll just zoom in on there and see what we can do. We might put a pitchfork on it there. Oh, yep. So that's pivoted on the median line. What I do like about this is that on this low, this must be the Japan crash on the slow here, that we've had all this spiking volume come in where price has been supported. This tells you the professional money's come in to take that up. Is anything special in particular about that area? Well, I do have this high volume bar there, just mark off the top and bottom of that. So that's come down into a previous area of high supply and supported. So this is obviously where smart money were willing to pay to get into the stock. So there's your background strength. So that's good. I might draw another pitchfork. After that, it's gone up, but it's on lower volume, and it just hasn't been able to sustain on the lower volume, and it's come back. And so it's tested in this area. It's gone up. It's finding a bit too much supply for my liking there. So I think it'll probably come back down to retest there. I just noticed another thing here is if I join these up, these two pivot lines, we're just missing that trend line. It looks like it's pivoting before it's hitting, before it should. And we have good old Hagopian's rule. If the price pivots before a trend line, before it really should, if it just misses, then normally it's going back to below the previous pivot, which is here. So I would suggest that it will probably come back down to keep retesting for supply. If Hagopian's rule kicks in, it'll probably going to at least 89, maybe a low of 89 before to test for more supply before going up. But you do have this high volume support line here, so that will kick in as support. You've got the median time of the fork, or the lower time of the fork will kick in as support, and then above you've got, of course, you've still got your median line for resistance, the upper time for resistance. We'll put a fib target on there. We've got $1.35 as a fig target if it's good enough to get there. That's probably where it'll resist next. So that's CCU. This is ADO, and again we look for a high volume bar here. This one looks like it's influencing price today, so we'll knock off the close off that one, and maybe the high. I'll leave the close, and so since then, once it broke through at this point, or around up this point, it hasn't really closed a couple of times below it, but it's still sort of it's now that previous area of high supply is now become an area of low supply, and support. So that's interesting. The problem we have with this chart is that we've got a lot of selling behind us. We've got this big spiky bar here. There's selling in that bar, and smart money come in whenever we see spiking volume like that. That tells us that the professional traders are in there, and they buy on down bars and sell on up bars. This is an up bar that it's just been sold into. They've sold into demand, and demand's just dropped off, and they've done it again. It's been ramped up and then sold into the top. And that's a lot of volume there. I don't think it's gonna take a while to recover from that. I think let's draw that. At the moment, we're in a little down channel here, and we're actually at the top of a downtrending channel, so it's probably not a safe place to buy. You do have, when you have your professionals exiting here, and you don't really see sign of them coming back in, but you do see really low supply as it comes down here low. So, and you have made a higher low, so that's one positive, but it's going to take a lot of effort to overcome all this bad volume to the left here. And you've got this bit of volume coming in here and taking it to the top there, but I would like to ideally see it clear that 10.5 cent mark before you're convinced before it's convinced that it's safe, or at least at least this high volume bar here. If it can at least clear this one, and then retest and hold a support, a 9 cent. That would be really good, but you know, we probably want to be looking at it more when it hits the 10 cent mark. And the other thing I notice here, look, I just put a pitchfork on there, oh, there, and that low there, and oh, see, it's failed to, that's not a bad median, except it's failed to touch the median. It's come right back, and now it's broken out of the fork, and that looks like a back test there. So you're at a back test of a 2 natural resistance points. So I would suggest there's more downside to that, and I would be wanting it to break back into this fork and get over those key resistance levels. Okay, this is ARU. Oh, we got volume all over the place. I'll take the highest one, this one here, which is that bar there, and I'll whack off the bottom. On the top, there's your key resistance levels to get over. And we can see it looks like it's being churned a lot. You got high volume right at the top, and then you still got high volume coming in at the bottom. So there's still support for it further down as well. Goes up, high volume at the top, comes back down, especially this is the Japan low here. We've got high volume all in this area in the back there, so I would probably, yeah, but then again you have high volume again at the top. It looks like it must be a day trader's stock or something. It's just churned up, churned down, churned up, churned down, pushed around. So I might just use the forks to give us a hand here. If I pick that low there, and what if I pick this low, what happens? Gee, that's just missing. I probably should pick the more recent low here. Bang, oh bang, we've hit the median line. I've hit this resistance line from all this bad volume. So we're looking for it to come back. I would suggest that probably the real, where's your, I'll probably be looking at around that line there as your as perhaps your support on this last low. You have made a lower low, and it looks like it's a higher low, and it looks like it's trying to make a higher low again. You got this bar coming down on a very low supply. So, and anyway, there's your resistance. That's your resistance to overcome. You've got the median, and you've got all this high volume area to the left, and then you've got, of course, you've got your all-time. It's not your all-time highs, but these are all distribution bars here as well. So, oh, there's one there I should have marked off. There's a high volume bar. It's now actually found support on there. Got a low volume test there, what it looks like, and it's not a test. It's just probably more a low demand bar, but it's low supply in a previous high supply area. So that's one positive. But you got a lot to overcome up here. It's so I'd look for a break of the median time of the pitchfork, a back test, and then probably swing trade it out after that.